Hello everyone. Today we will talk about resolution and independence. This poem is also entitled as Leech Gatherer by William Wordsworth. At the very beginning of the poem we are told that the nature and the atmosphere, the situation, the surroundings. There was a roaring in the wind all night. All the night there was a roaring of the wind, and rain came heavily and fell in flood. It was raining, and it was rain came so heavily that there was a flood. And a night after in which it was raining and the sun is rising calm and bright. The day after the rainings and the night is already passed, and in the very early morning birds are singing in the forest, in the distant woods. Over his own sweet voice of stalked oats broods. Jamek answered as magpies chatters. Magpies, the bird magpies, are chatterings in the mornings, and all the air is filled. All the atmosphere is filled with the pleasant noise of waters. As we say that pani, water is making pleasant kind of noise, and this was the situation. All things that love the suns are out of doors, and the sky rejoices in the mournful morning's birth, and grasses are bright with the rain's drops, and on the moors the hare is a running race in her mirth, and with her feet she from the placy earth raises a mist that glitters in the sun, runs with her all the way wherever the doth run. All the things that love the sun are out of doors, meaning that all the peoples are now not in the home because they are enjoying the surroundings of the nature, and the sky rejoices the morning birth. Sky is also very happy in the because of the in the morning, because of all kind of situation, all kind of the surroundings. Water is also making soft noises, pleasant noise, and magpies are chattering, the birds are chattering, and it is a morning after. In the all the night it was raining, and there was a rain stopped now, and the situations we are told here that here is running races in the mouth, and the here those ears of those animals are running races, and they are very mirthful, they are enjoying it, they are very enthusiastic. With her feet she from the placy earth raises a mist, and the glitterings in the sun. In the morning there is a mist, all its surroundings glittering the sun, and it makes the glitters the sun, runs with her all the ways throughout everywhere she doth run. I was a traveller. The poet says that here that he was a traveller. Then upon the moor I saw the hare. What he sees? What did he see? He saw the hare that rest about with joy, and here is not here is not running a race with other hares. It is racing with joys, with happiness, with it has. I heard the woods and distant water roars, for it hear the sounds of that forest where the water is roaring and making the soft kind of noise from very distantly. Oh, heard them not, as happy as a boy. Oh, or heard them not, as happy as a boy. I'm not hearing the The noise of water, the roaring water, which is at the distant place, it was roaring, and he is overhearing, he is listening to that soft kind of noise, a pleasant noise. The pleasant season did my heart employs. My old remembrance went from my holy years, and all the ways of men so vain and melancholies. The old remembrance went from my holy, meaning that all the thoughts which he had in the minds in the past, which has already vanished away, which is no more there, he has nothing to do with that kind of a past. He is not living in the past, he is living in the present, and he is only enjoying the atmosphere, the surroundings of the nature, all the ways of men so vainly and melancholy. But as it sometime chanced from the might of joys in the minds that can no further go, as high as we have mounted a delight, in our dejection do we sink as flow. To me that morning did it happen so, and fears and fancies thick upon me came, dim sadness, blind thoughts, and I knew not nor could name. But it was sometime chanced. Poet further says that sometimes it is a chance from the might of joys in the minds that can no further go. Sometimes mind is not going further to enjoy the goals of life, and that is why he says, as high as we have the mounted delights, we have mounted, we are climbing in the delights, in the happiness, in our dejection do we sink as low. Sometimes in the gloomy mood, sometimes in the dejections moods, we sink as low, meaning that we sink in the past, we think, we become unhappy, we become sad when we think about the past. To me that morning did it happen so, and fears and fancies thick upon came to me. Fears and fancies thick upon came to me, and to me that morning did it happen so. In that morning something happens, that fears and fancies comes to the poems, and dim sadness, blind thoughts. What kind of thoughts comes in the minds? The deep sadness and blind thoughts comes in the minds. I knew not. Poets did not know nor could name. I heard the sky lark wabbling the sky. Poet further says that the bird, we were introduced, the bird magpie, and it was chattering. The bird was chattering, but now we are told that heard the skylark warbling. Let us see what is meant by the warbling. And I bethought me of the playful here. Again he is thinking about that playful here. Here, even such a happy child of earth am I. I bethought me of the playful here. Even such a happy child of earth am I. Even the blissful creature do I fear. Far from the world I walk, from all cares, but there may comes another day to me. Meaning that he is thinking that as if he is playful here, and even the happy child of earth as I am. Even such a happy child of earth am I. Even the blissful creature do I fear. Far from the world I walk. He is wrestling with the happiness, and he is walking away from all that cares, that fears, and that therefore the animals thinks that he is a blissful. But there may come another day to come to me. What kind of day that is? Solitude, pain of heart, distress, and poverty. this kind of thoughts may comes on the other day. My whole life I have lived in the pleasant thoughts. Poet further says that he has lived his life in the pleasant thoughts and life a business where summer s'mores. If all needful things would come unsought, to genial face still reach in genial good. But how can he expect that others should build for me? So for him, build for him, so for him, and all his call, love him with for himself and no heed at all. I thought of charlatans, marvelous boys, and sleepless souls that perish in the brights, and him and who walks in the glory in joys, following his plows on other mountain side. By our own spirit we are defied, we poets in our youth begins in gladness, but thereof some in the end despondency and madness. Now whether it were by peculiar grace, a leading from above, yes, sometimes given it befell that in this lonely place, when I with these untoward thoughts had striven beside a pool, here we to the eyes of heaven, I saw the man before me unanswered, the oldest man he seems that ever very crazier, as a huge stone of sometime seems to lies, crouched at the bald top of eminence. A wonder to all who do not send XP, all that means it could thither comes, and whence to some things endures with the sense, like the sea beast crowd forth. Meaning the poem is very vast, and we will need it to see it at the other point of time. Let us stop here.